Hi friends, it's Thursday, July 10th, 2014. Lynn and Jamie here in the Washington D.C. metro area, continuing our assignment in asking what we're supposed to do today. It became clear that we are supposed to go to the job board and get our job ticket. However, our working theory is that we'll be going back to the factory where we were working yesterday, since we didn't even do any work. We didn't even finish getting clear about what was going on. So odds are good that we have more work to do there. And so let's have the intention now to get to wherever there's the job board, get to the job board. Whoa! Find our ticket, the glowing one. Get it? Oh. And then find the door, the glowing one. Walk through the door. Here we are right here with our same machine. It is still in need of maintenance. I see lots of dials that nobody's read them in the longest time. It's like the dials are putting out useful information, but if people aren't working with that information, it doesn't really do any good.
Right.
Like the information is being presented, right? But nobody's reading it, nobody's doing it. So it's like there's a printout that looks like it's been printed out and printed out and printed out, like there's all these folds of paper there.
Yeah.
Let's just take it and start acting on it. It's like the maintenance checklist for life or something. Now, how does this apply to this machine? So we just start to draw the energy up, and they show it to us again, very much like a Dr. Seuss machine. That's how it looks, but that is not necessarily how it's intended to look.
Ah.
See? It's not supposed to look schlumpy like that. It's supposed to look like a real machine. And so let's just start drawing the energy up, machine. This machine has something to do with the biosphere. I could be wrong. It could be galactic, but it feels biosphere.
It feels biosphere.
Yeah.
This part of the factory feels biosphere.
True, it's a big factory.
Right.
It's a huge factory. It's really kind of hard to tell what the rest of that stuff is.
Right.
That rest of that stuff might very well have to do with other biospheres and other galaxies.
Yeah.
That feels true, because it's a big factory. But this particular machine is where we're assigned to work today. Let's just draw the energy straight and true, straight and true. Vertical alignment matters most. We start there. But the guides are saying, what do I know about this? Well, through working with the universe, universal grid, I know that we're looking for a right-angled grid. We're just looking to draw the energy straight. Straight vertically, straight horizontally, straight left to right, straight front to back, a right-angled grid.
It feels like in a lot of the machine channels there's a heavy thing at the end, at like the top of the channel, that makes it droop.
Caps, metal caps,
Yeah.
metal caps. I don't want to hear it. So we need to get to a straight-angled grid, and then we need to flush it clear. So let's start to flush it clear, because that will help us see where it isn't straight-angled. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
We can get that fire hose of truth locked into place from beneath.
I was doing that to get the caps off.
Yes, it helps. Helps with a lot of things. Let's start checking the dials, see if any of them ask to be shown. Is any of them reading properly? Are any of these dials reading properly? Even one?
No.
When our channels are out, our dials don't read properly, right? 'Cause
Right.
we're just seeing the masks, the illusion, right?
Right.
The projection. When we put our channels up, we see what's really we ask to be shown. We can see what's really going on.
Right.
Asking if the channels will go up for this machine. This is much easier than working with individuals. Interesting. Interesting. The machine as a whole is much less resistant than individuals are. Isn't that fascinating?
Yeah.
Check me on that.
Well, the machine doesn't feel like it has
resistant?
like weird personal wants and agendas.
Yeah. It just wants
to be
healthy.
Right.
It wants to fulfill its purpose.
Right. It knows it was built to do this thing. It's a machine.
It's a machine. It wants to fulfill its purpose.
Right. It wasn't meant to go swimming.
And it can be much more clear, as you were just pointing out, it can be much more clear that it simply wants to fulfill its destiny. and that fulfilling its destiny is what matters. Unlike humans who can get crazy in thinking that other things matter more than fulfilling their soul's destiny. Now it's humming and sounds, it's a nice sound. This hum is a nice sound.
Yeah.
How's it look to you?
Happy.
Happy. It's doing what it's supposed to do.
It looks like the cartoon version of this machine. It's a happy, like the happy face.
Yeah, this big smiley face across the front of the machine. Starting to see the conveyor belts. Do you see them?
Mm-hmm.
I'm on the inbound side. That's the view that I seem to have.
Same.
So let's notice, can we improve upon the way the lumps are laid out on the conveyor belt? I feel like it's time to go to the next line, to the charcoal briquette line,
Mm-hmm.
and get these spaced out properly. The guides are saying, now why do they turn into charcoal briquettes? It seems because this is going very slowly, this conveyor belt,
Mm-hmm.
and they just get, they're moving along their path so slowly that they are cooked into lumps of charcoal briquettes way past, like it just takes them too long.
Yeah.
They keep waiting for somebody to turn them into real people rather than doing it with their own intention. Maybe, is that it? Check me on it. And then therefore they just, since that's never going to happen,
Right.
they just turn into lumps of charcoal briquettes.
Right.
They're waiting for someone else to do it for them. Is that it?
Right.
I feel like it's time to move on to the next conveyor belt. How about you?
Yeah.
These turn into cookies. Wow. So let's get them spaced properly, because we're clear that needs to happen. These are people who don't want to be fundamentally changed, right?
Right.
They want to stay fundamentally the same.
Go from cookie dough to cookie.
Go from cookie dough to cookie. Right. Well, for the most part, that's not the assignment right now. When the assignment is to go from channels out biosphere to channels up to prevent destruction, because we're headed toward destruction with our channels out craziness. When the assignment is to go from channels out to channels up, we have to transform. We can expect our old lives to completely disappear, right?
Right.
Our old cookie lives to disappear, because we can become real boys in the Pinocchio metaphor, real people. We can embody our souls. Maybe that's what these little people are, embodied souls. The little, tiny little people.
Maybe.
It's possible, right?
Right.
Is there anything more we can do for this cookie line?
No.
Let's move to the other line, and get these spaced out properly. Whoa! Some of these turn clear too. Wow, it's really clear that they do, right?
Yeah.
Wow, they either seem to be turning clear or turning into little people.
Yeah.
It's possible half of them or more turn clear. Is it?
There are a lot more going in than coming out as little people.
Yeah. There are a lot more going in than coming out. But little people are coming out.
Right.
And I don't see little people coming out anyplace else, do you?
No.
This is the only place where little people come out, right?
Right.
But a lot of them do turn clear. Now let's look at this wider factory. Enough of this selfish mini-me thinking of just our biosphere, right?
Right.
We have 14 minutes. Let's blast through and see if we can straighten up all these machines. And so now the guides are saying, what do you think these machines represent? These are the machines of destruction, right?
Right.
Like transformation through destruction. In destruction in the sense of the Shiva concept.
Right, of
Shiva, the
creation
Hindu,
and
destruction in order to create fertile ground for transformation and creation.
right.
But the destruction comes first, the Shiva concept. So this seems to be the machines of destruction. One per biosphere, these critically ill biospheres that the universe has decided need to be irradiated. These are the biospheres that were highlighted as black spots
Right.
when we did the X-ray or whatever it was called.
Right.
Each machine is a biosphere that was a black spot.
Right.
We've only tended this one selfishly, right? And so now we have to do the same thing for all these other machines as well, right?
Right.
We did.
Malignant
Thank you.
malignant biospheres.
These are malignant biospheres. Whoa. And so these machines are the machines of destruction. It's like a high-techy radiation therapy, you know?
Right.
Where it's just targeting these.
You can just slide in the tumor and not the rest of the body.
Exactly. And so these are the malignancies. And they're going to be irradiated. This factory is one of radiation therapy, maybe.
Yeah.
Let's line up all the lumps of cookie dough. There we go, on all the conveyor belts. Whoa. It's like one conveyor belt pops into my view as soon as I finish another one. They're just lined up like a big, long, contiguous is the word they're using, contiguous stream. There are little toys, those little toys hopping off the conveyor belt. So little toys, get to work, help us clean the floor, get the vortex going, power up the vortex, you can do it, pick up the trash, you can do it. It's like giving the kids a job to do, you know?
And as they do it, the ones that are doing it, they get bigger.
They do, they're getting bigger through service, through volunteerism. Like go pick up the nails on the floor that don't belong and put them over there in the nail bin, etc. Do something useful. And there are little job tickets. Look, they're properly sized job tickets. See that tiny little job board?
Yeah.
For them, properly sized job tickets. Go get something and go do it. Go do it. Contribute to the greater good. You can do it. You can do it. Every moment that we aren't actively part of the solution, we're part of the problem, right?
Right.
So seeing as how there's choice in every moment, and some moments we're actively helping, and other moments we aren't.
Right.
Well then, in those moments we're hurting, aren't we?
Right.
What they said is, what's missing? They said, there's nothing from the future. There's nothing from the future coming in. I said, that's right. So we'll open up to the vibrations of the future, start drawing it into the foundations of this factory. The future when we have a healthy universe. Because these biospheres may or may not make it, right? They may be stone cold rocks falling through space one day if they can't get their acts together, right?
Right.
This galaxy may or may not make it, right? It may be stone cold rock falling through space too if it can't get its act together, right?
Right.
The universe will make it, won't it?
Yes.
So we connect to the time when there is a healthy universe, no malignancies, right?
Right.
Opening up whoa, my hands are really tingling. Opening up the portal through time, many, many, many eons from now. Drawing in the energy. Whoa! Right through those white tiled tunnels, it suddenly came in a rush. Whoosh! Through the white tiled tunnels. Wow! Whoosh!